right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 135-pound division where Frank Martin calls out Gervonta Tank Davis and Devin Haney after beating Michelle Rivera in impressive fashion. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. We are in the 135-pound division where we were treated to an excellent fight last night between two of the top prospects in the lightweight division, Frank Martin and Michelle, quote unquote, Ali Rivera, who fought last night. Undefeated fighters, terrific fight, and a couple things come out of the fight. Number one, we have a new top contender in the 135-pound division, and we're going to talk about that in Frank Martin. But also, Frank Martin talks about what he wants to do next, which very, very well may happen for him, and I certainly hope does. But before I get into that, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you are a longtime subscriber and supporter to the channel, like Diana Branch, shout out to you, Diana Branch. Is a follower, somebody that supports over there on Instagram. Definitely want to say what's up to you. Hope you're doing well, and thank you to everybody else that supports in the super chats and in the cash apps of the live streams, and the growing number of people that will support videos like this in the super thanks with the little $ and the heart right there. That you see in the lower right hand of your corner is how you support different content creators that you like, whether it's me or anybody else. Definitely suggest that you use that button to support the people that you like if you like their content. But let's get into this, man. Frank Martin is the truth, man. Frank Martin is the truth. Excellent fight by him, man. Controlled Michelle Rivera. I'm not gonna call him Michelle Ali Rivera. He doesn't really look like Muhammad Ali, but his haircut, he wear the box haircut, and he was selling himself in that particular fashion. And I will say he looks more like Muhammad Ali than Nico Ali Walsh does, who's the grandson of Ali. But last night, he didn't fight like Ali. He didn't win like Ali. He fought a southpaw in Frank Martin out of Indianapolis, Indiana, fights for Errol Spence Jr.'s Man Down Promotions. So I think he's 16-0. I saw him in his last fight get the knockout in San Antonio, Texas. Maybe got there a little bit late. Fight was decent. Boom, before I could get to my seat, dude was laid out. So I didn't pick a winner for this fight between Martin and Rivera. My take on it beforehand is like, look, these dudes, I thought, hey, man, this could be a 50-50 fight. Rivera is a very, very solid fighter. Very, very good jab, straight right hand. And Frank Martin, I hadn't seen as much of Frank Martin because I've been pretty much watching all of Michelle Rivera's fights for a while. Michelle Rivera may have 24 fights, like maybe 8 fights more than Frank Martin had. And Frank Martin really did just jump up in competition, maybe in his last 3 fights, or maybe 3 or 4 fights, right? One time when he got to around 13 wins, he started fighting guys that were serious contenders or difficult challenges for him. And I knew that he was dispatching those guys, but wasn't really willing to pick a winner in the fight other than to say, hey man, I'm rooting for Frank Martin. I like Frank Martin, and I lean a little bit towards Frank Martin. Now, what I think the difference wound up being between the two really is their corner, and the fact that Frank Martin is very, very athletic, very fast feet, very fast hands. Was significantly stronger than Michelle Rivera was, and also just a lot more well schooled. Derek James. One thing I noticed Derek James did in that fight that I liked is he gave pretty much the same instruction to to Frank Martin that he gave to Errol Spence Jr. in the Yordenis Ugas fight. It was like, look, man, you're shooting him over the top too much, and he's giving you the body because he's trying to dip down low underneath your shots. So switch up trying to finish up top and go back down to the body and get him to the body when he tries to dip up out of there. And he made that adjustment. And then maybe that was around 8, and then just really started laying into him. But that was after he had gotten the knockdown earlier in the fight against Rivera. Now Rivera, again, like I said, good fighter. I don't think that this means he can't win a championship in the lightweight division. Strong fighter, fought back. A lesser level of opponent very well could have got up out of there, man, with the type of pressure and the type of shots that he was getting hit with by Frank Martin. But at this point in time, man, having looked at the whole lay of the land in the lightweight division and seeing how Frank Martin fights, I'm going to tell you, man, Frank Martin has the ability to beat any of these guys. He has the ability to beat any of them, whether it is Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis, Shakur Stevenson, Vasily Lomachenko, anybody in that weight class. I'm not going to say I'm going to pick Frank Martin to beat them. I will tell you this, though. They had better be on their P's and Q's like nobody's business against this guy, man, because this dude is a A-level fighter for sure. And the corner that he has in there, and the experience that he has in that corner is, I think that adds a little bit extra to what he has, because Derek James obviously game planned for Michel Rivera very, very well. And the thing is, man, Michel Rivera has this jab, right? But it's an orthodox jab. And Frank Martin does what a lot of southpaws do to orthodox fighters, which is knock their jab down, parry their jab, and just take the guy's jab away from him. And that's pretty much what Frank Martin did. Now, not to say Michel Rivera didn't land some things on him. He did land some things on him. Definitely landed a right, nice solid right hand. Maybe 3 or 4 times he landed a right hand. But Frank Martin took him on the chin, took it, rolled with a little bit, but clearly got hit, right? And just kept on pushing, man. So after the fight, he was asked, who does he want to fight next? He said, look, man, I want all these guys. I'm ready to fight Gervonta Davis. I'm ready to fight Devin Haney. He didn't say Lomachenko or Shakur Stevenson, but man, I agree with that. I agree with him. Now, more than likely, who will he be able to get a shot with coming up? I think it's going to be when those belts splinter and Devin Haney goes up to 140 pounds. But I'm going to tell you right now, guys like that second tier, a fighter that is in the lightweight division, like if Jorge Linares was still there, Jose Pedraza was still there, guys like Luke Campbell and Jojo Diaz. Jojo Diaz wants none of the smoke with him. All those guys are going to go, and more than likely, those guys are going to go, and they're going to go out of there like they're going to go down with a count, a towel, or a wave off with this kid right here, man. Very, 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 very good fighter, man. Definitely looking forward to seeing what he's going to do moving forward. Gervonta Davis is probably the most likely big fight for him to be able to get. And seeing as now, Gervonta's not with Floyd Mayweather Jr., and there's a better chance of him getting that fight. However, he's definitely going to have to wait in line for that fight because of the 2 fights that Gervonta has lined up, and the fact that after that, Gervonta said he wants Shakur and he wants Devin Haney. However, I will tell you that this Frank Martin fight for him and for all these guys is just as dangerous as for anybody else. I got him dang near even money with Devin Haney, about even money with Shakur Stevenson. It's just, man, this dude is a very, very skilled fighter, man. And I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do moving forward. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.